If you want 2024 to be the most spiritual year of your life, aka the best year of your life, because if it's the most spiritual year of your life, it by default will be the best year of your life, then this is for you. The January Jesus Challenge is happening, and we're gonna start on the 1st. If you're new here, the Jesus Challenge is an acronym. It's a daily method that helps you get closer to God, whether you've been developing a relationship, whether you're brand new, or you just want to press the restart button. This method will help you. So to keep it super simple, the Jesus Challenge is an acronym. J stands for journaling, E stands for experience, S stands for study, U stands for understand, and the final S stands for speak. What you do is you spend 10 to 15 minutes on each letter, which ultimately ends up being about an hour, and it directs you. Each letter explains what you are to do in those 10 to 15 minutes with God. The reason why I encourage everyone to start with journaling is because when it comes to developing a relationship with God, that's what it is. It's a relationship. And how do you develop a relationship with anyone? You spend time with them, you talk to them, you share your heart with them, and you bring them into who you are. So with God, it's the same thing. It's you telling him everything that's on your heart and expressing the things that you're wanting to change, the dreams you have, and it's through the expressing your heart to him that you let him into your life. A lot of times too, we don't know what we're thinking and what our feelings are saying. So when we start to write, God can help connect dots through journaling that helps us process our feelings better. The E is for experience. What you're going to do is spend another 10 to 15 minutes experiencing God's presence. So putting on worship music, just sitting with him and listening. The first portion was you sharing your heart to God, and this portion is God giving you his and putting his love on all the things that you just shared. And it's a time to just worship and be thankful and try to experience his presence. It's in experiencing God's presence that things like depression, anxiety, fear, and worry start to go away, because they have no choice when God's love enters the picture. The S is for study. So every day I'm going to give you a verse of the day. The reason why I just choose one verse a day is because it helps simplify it. The Bible can be super overwhelming and it's easy for it to feel complicated, but if we focus on one verse a day, God speaks in one verse, and he can speak a lot in one verse. So this is an easy way to read the Bible in a simple method. So you're going to write the verse down, say it out loud, maybe try to memorize it. There's so much power when we memorize scripture, because now we can use it as a weapon when the enemy tries to whisper lies in our ear. The U is for understanding the verse of the day. So now we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions that will help us understand the verse. So bringing the journal back, you're going to ask yourself, what does this verse teach me about God? What does this verse teach me about myself? And then how can I apply this verse to my life? It's easy for the Bible to feel like a bunch of words, but when we're intentional about asking ourselves questions to help dissect it, that's when God can help connect dots in our head and speak to us in real time about his word. And the final S is for speak. So what you're going to do is gather all of the things that you've heard and felt during this time together and put it into a prayer. Speak the verse of the day over your life, add in prayer requests, and anything that you heard or felt that you want to add into the prayer. There's a lot of power when we speak and use our mouth, not only to speak scripture, but to talk to God and to pray and to be bold and declare things about who we are and what we want, because life and death is in the power of our tongue. So when we use our words to speak to God and to pray, that's us stepping into our authority that we have with Jesus. So that's a little summary of the acronym and what each letter looks like. Every month we've chosen a different book to focus on. This month I'm thinking Proverbs, but still figuring out which book we're going to focus on. There's nothing you have to do to sign up. Every day I post the scripture. This is a time that you need to set aside to spend with God, because it has to be something that you start to develop with him. I'll help guide you. Every day I'm going to post a video explaining the verse of the day, and we can all stay accountable in the comments, and it is just going to be so good. It has helped me tremendously with routine, hearing from God, understanding the Bible more, and just feeling confident to develop a relationship with him. So a week from today, we're going to start on the 1st. Stay tuned for more info.